For 2018, the Subaru Crosstrek enters its second generation with a new architecture that promises to deliver better on-road manners while also providing the usual adventurous personality and practicality that this car was known for. We're here in Western Canada to put the car through its paces. Visually, the car doesn't look all too different from the last generation Crosstrek, but I will say it looks more stylish and modern and futuristic. If anything, it falls in line with the modern Subaru design language, which is taken from the Impreza. I especially like the new 18-inch wheels that look like you're rolling on shurikens. Like the last generation Crosstrek, this car also features a ton of really rugged looking body cladding, which will give you the confidence when you're on a muddy, snowy, or gravelly road. But if you pay really close attention, you'll notice that the car features a longer wheelbase and is bigger in pretty much every dimension, just by a little bit. That may not sound like a lot, but as a result, the car features a ton more passenger space, especially in the rear seats. And while we're talking about the cabin, I can bring up that the interior has been thoroughly redone and is really impressive, and I absolutely love it, because the old Crosstrek, honestly, I thought it had a very Spartan interior and it looked a little low rent. This model, however, features a ton of really impressive materials, and you can even get it with a two-tone interior. But what I really like is that they've included the brand new Starlink infotainment system, which is much more responsive and comes with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay as standard equipment. There's also a number of other displays in here that'll make sure that you have all the information that you need without taking your eyes too far off the road. As before, the car features a ton of cargo room. That means that there's over 20 cubic feet behind the rear seats, and when you fold down those rear seats, you get over 55 cubic feet. That's enough to stuff 3 golf bags back there. And I should bring up Subaru's EyeSight safety system, which has been redone to include adaptive cruise control, rear automatic braking, pre-collision braking, and lane keep assist. There's also a high beam assist. Subaru basically thinks that this car will earn top scores at the IIHS, just like the Impreza did before it. And while the big story with this vehicle is the new architecture, we can talk a little bit about some of the drivetrain changes. The engine, which is a 2-liter Boxer 4-cylinder engine, features about 80% new parts. It still features just around 150 horsepower and 145 pound-feet of torque, which is just average for everyday driving situations. This car isn't going to really impress you with straight line power and speed, but it's enough for all-day commutes. In addition to the updated engine, the vehicle also comes with a pair of updated transmissions. Manual models are now 6-speed units instead of 5, and the CVT gets a brand new X-Mode drive selector. When you select that, the vehicle goes into a really rugged off-road mode, which will help you tackle some serious off-road courses, which is what we did today, and the car feels really stable and sturdy. In an off-road course that Subaru set up for us, the car didn't seem fazed by rough terrain or steep downhill segments. It even handled itself pretty well on a seesaw, which is kind of weird if that's what you find on your regular commute. But you already know, a Subaru crossover is going to tackle an off-road course with ease. What you need to know is how this car feels on the road. We got to tackle the track in this vehicle just to see how much it's changed. And I've got to tell you, this car feels really responsive and agile, something it didn't feel like before. This new architecture is significantly stiffer and more responsive, and I have to say that this car no longer just feels like an Impreza on tippy stilts. It feels like a cohesive vehicle all in all, and I absolutely love driving it, and I think you will too. Body roll is really well maintained. I think that's a huge part of this vehicle and how it performs on the road. And that's really the beauty of this car, as it can go from driving on the roads to riding on the trails without needing a serious compromise in ride quality. Buyers in this segment are usually looking for good fuel economy and should be happy with the 27 mile per gallon city and 33 mile per gallon highway ratings that the CVT model gets. The 2018 Crosstrek really arrives as a versatile do-anything kind of crossover. It's also priced around $24,000, so it should fit a number of buyers' budgets. If you're in the market for a new crossover, the Subaru Crosstrek should definitely be on your short list.